When life gives you lemons, you play Maru's Mission. All right. Yeah, here we are. Maru's Mission. Another green game, by the way. Pingu would have been a green game too, but we'll go through that story here in a minute. There's that classic Maru's Mission noise right there. All right, so we're playing the American version of the game first and foremost. So we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Let's roll. So we're playing. Oh, I gotta put the photosensitivity thing up there. 1 second. I don't want to get yelled at. I spelled flashing wrong. There we go. All right. So we're playing the American version of the game. Western version of the game, whatever you want to call it, because it's easier. Not even joking. The Japanese version is brutally difficult, but it does give you really cool. Oh yeah, here comes the real photosensitivity stuff. But it is cool. The boss sprites are completely different. Enemy sprites are completely different. The game overall is actually more fun in the Japanese version, but it is just brutally difficult. I've done the Japanese run twice in a marathon. Once for Handheld Heroes way back in the day, like 2016, 2015. And then again, I think I did it for Retrothon once upon a time, back in like 2017 or something. Wait for Cyclops to open up. So the only time you can take Cyclops takes damage is when his eyes are open. But if you're taking damage while his eye is open, you cannot hurt Cyclops at all. That's how the game works. I don't make the rules. Alright. Oh, Cyclops is gonna hang out there and... Oh, I've never seen Cyclops do that before. There we go. So in the Japanese version, if you fall into pits, you die, and it's game over. This game doesn't have any continues or lives at all. So in the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see some hearts and a number, sometimes a symbol for some reason. That's my health. Health hit 0, we're dead, game over. That's the end of it. That's why I put warning flashing lights. So this stage here introduces the doppelganger. Stupid laser beam again. The ideal, yeah, your doppelganger. The ideal weapon is the teleporter right to the end of the stage. But that is a very rare power-up to get. So a lot of this game is literally health management. So here we're gonna fight in Sector. When we beat Cyclops, we got a special weapon that we're gonna have to hit select 4 to use it. This special weapon that we got to fight in Sector is worse than the Friday the 13th rock on the NES. Hey, 1 cycle, let's go. I haven't gotten a 1 cycle in Maru in like 4 years. Also in the Japanese version, all those souls that come out, that doesn't happen in the Japanese version. That only happens in the Western version. So now we're gonna ride. So another cool thing, we're riding a turtle in the Western version. In the Japanese version, you ride a frog. But now we're gonna go save Tara Reid from Sharknado 1. If you've never seen Sharknado, you should probably do yourself a favor and go watch Sharknado. Too slow? I was too slow. This lobster down here, that's the lobster from The Little Mermaid. That's why Sebastian, I think his name is always questioning morals, because he watched young Maru just slaughter a bunch of sharks in the ocean when he sat on a rock. Alright, these sharks go. What was that? see it, bud. Sharknado? You've never heard of Sharknado? It's probably the greatest American cinema. I think they made, what, like 5 of them? Okay, so this stage here, this is where the game really starts to suck a little bit. Alright. We don't get caught by these chimeras either. So those chimeras will grab you and take you to the start of the stage. Which doesn't sound bad, but we don't want that weapon either. Which you don't think would sound bad, however, when they drop you, they can drop you in a pit, and that is pretty unpreferred, especially in a game without continues or lives. I don't know where this thing is going to float at. Yeah, I'm just going to play that one safe. Oh, there's 3 of them. We're going to get picked up? Nope. Clutch dodge, and that's what we call that. So here we're going to do Super Mario Brothers, and just jump across the top of the stage. Goomba stomp that Frankenstein. Now we're gonna face Wolfman. And yes, these wolves actually will hurt you if they touch you. I have 51 S health, by the way. Beaver Dream, dude. Cocaine Bear was awesome, dude, if you ever watched that. They're making Slaughterhouse now, which is a serial killing sloth. So this guy here, you have to wait for him to transform into his other form. Think of like Jekyll and Hyde. But if the fight goes on long enough, the split personality actually becomes a real thing. And then there's 2 sprites on the screen. We might see here soon. Nope, never mind. Alright, story about Pingu, by the way. Yeah. So Pingu was supposed to be the next game by me. And I was derusting it, but there is a mini game in Pingu called Hockey. And there is a strategy to win in hockey, but it's not 100%. And if you fail it, you will basically just be in a world of pain for the next 20-something minutes, 30 minutes. I kid you not, I did 6 derust runs of Pingu, and my fastest hockey time was 30 minutes past estimate. No, my power up. I wanted that power up. See, this is what I mean by getting taken back to the beginning. Yeah, so I tried for I think 3 hours today, and mind you, Pingu is like a I don't know, 15-ish, 20-minute game. Practice for 3 hours after Mickey's Dangerous Chase. And the closest I got to my time estimate was 42 minutes. So I was like, hey, Aunt, Pingu ain't happening. I have this other game, by the way, that's for the Game Boy. It's around the same time. So thankfully, Aunt let me swap games. Hey, 1 cycle Dracula too, so we gotta hop over to the garlic and start spamming garlic on him. But if you're ever curious about Pingu, Pingu is a really good game. It's just that hockey game is brutal. Alright, see, we're on that turtle. We're on a floppy turtle. Other cool thing too, you notice on the map we're in we're in Greece, right? In the Japanese version, it's flipped. So our bad guy in the Western version is in Japan. The bad guy in the Japanese version is in North America. Another fun fact there. Maybe someday we'll do like a Maru block where I can just show you the differences between the 2 games. Yeah, so you can't shoot when you're taking damage. Also, you're upside down. When you shoot, you start lowering yourself too, so you have to be careful of that when going over pits. Because if you cross a certain threshold, Maru will flip back around. And good time. Now we're gonna fight Gollum. Golem can be a real turd, because Golem can decide to go into a ball and just roll around the screen for a minute. Hey, alright, Golem played well. Good job. Oh, we're not getting any health. Gotcha. Alright, so now we're gonna face Medusa. Medusa's cutscene sprite is the best sprite in gaming history. You'll see why in a minute. Got shot. Oh yeah. Last say if we don't fall into a hole. You think the flashing warning's bad without being dead? You should see what happens when we fall into a hole. Fever dream when we fall into a hole. I need you to jump, Maru. Thank you. Fun. Doesn't take all the damage. Good thing the next roll's easy. So the next roll, I think, offers the worst weapon in the game. It's the whip. This is Medusa. This isn't the sprite I'm talking about either. This is the sprite I'm talking about. God, it's so good. That should be an emote. Alright, so we're gonna flip over to the shield, and what we want to do is that we want Medusa to shoot Cheerios at us. Just like that. Keep shooting those Cheerios at me, Medusa. That is... I don't want snaked, I want Cheerios. Oh, we got the Cheerios. Snake. I'd like some Cheerios. Yeah. We could have had Pingu, you're right. And we could have mercy killed Pingu in about 9 minutes. I promise you Pingu was not getting beaten today. Promise you. Now we're going to Egypt. We have to fight, we're fighting ISIS? Yeah. So here, this stage here, really easy place to farm health if you need it. But it offers the worst. Oh, we got it too on accident because I didn't see it. So we got the whip. The whip is great, but also it's the worst item in the game. So with that, so we're just gonna run into stuff. We got enough health to last us a while. So here we're gonna go against the Sphinx. The Sphinx is the hardest boss in the game, especially in the Western version. It's gonna ask us a question. So in the Western version, the Sphinx will ask you to answer a riddle, and the riddle never changes. It's the same answer all the time. But in the Japanese version, since you can't read Japanese, at least I can't in a way, and the question changes as well too. You have to know what the answer is. So I had to memorize the first 4 characters of... I had to memorize the first 4 characters of the question to know what the answer was going to be. Alright. Oh, we got the comets. Alright, so now we're gonna face off against ISIS. And ISIS is literally Cyclops, but easier in this version of Maru's mission. I get a little late now. How many dogs do you know with 2 legs, right? He's gonna blink over where our last position was. So again, just like Iclops has this little laser beam thing. We're just gonna blast him. Oh, the Shaq Hurricanes? They could have been all the missed Shaq Hurricanes from my Super Nintendo running days. Could have been. Coming in to save the world. Alright, so now we're gonna do another Sharknado. We're going to Brazil, so obviously if we're crossing an ocean, we gotta fight sharks. So we're gonna save Tara Reid once again. If you're fast enough, you can get to... Oh, yeah. Oh, see, I'm just dumb. I used to be so good at the shark sections. We got shot in the wall. But look at how slow that fork was! My lord, dude. If I'm shooting a spear, I'm expecting this thing to come out Mach speed. Pardon me? Alright. Back to the... So these ones here, now we have dragons. Because, why not, right? So in order to progress the screen, you have to kill the dragons. And we're also going to have seahorses, shrimps, whatever you want to call them, come across the screen. And they take kind of 2 hits to kill. The way they work is when you hit them, they turn into like this fireball that will seek you out, and then you have to shoot the fireball to break it. I have that health. I get way more damage than I want. Alright. Alright, now we gotta face Hydra. So Hydra's gonna spawn us right over, I like how Hydra has 1 head in this picture too. Hydra's gonna spawn us over a pit. That's how rude this game is. So we're gonna just hold the jump button and buffer it. So we don't fall in the hole. And assuming Hydra's gonna be a bro, Hydra's just gonna hang out on the other side there. We're gonna collect our goods here. And then they're gonna give us a fireball. Alright. I better get my favorite power up in the game because I got it taken away from a stupid Chimera. Oh yeah, the lag is good. I don't know where the dragon's at. We didn't get our power up. Well, chat, you're never gonna see my favorite power up in the game apparently. My favorite power from the game is a minecart. I don't know why, it just is. Does nothing, you're just in a minecart. Alright, so here we're gonna flip over to the fireball. Come on. So this guy's a jerk because he can fly off the screen and you don't know where he's gonna be. So I have no idea where he's at. The longer the fight goes is when we get into this night mode thing here and we get less health from the boss. So we're going to Japan. We're going to the final world of the game. We gotta be crossing the ocean. You know what that means? We gotta play Jaws. That's right. A little Jaws action here. Nice shooting text. Like Maru is worse than I am. Oh, look how slow that shark moved. We're gonna have to actually play smart now. Alright. Yep, now here goes. Speed patrol all of a sudden. So the final shark always goes Mach 10 underwater for some reason. Alright, Miramasa. So the first fight we're gonna fight against is Neo. Is this the one that starts you over a pit? No. Next stage does. Neo in this version of the game is actually off of me. Neo in this version of the game is actually pretty cool. But Miramasa in the Japanese version is sweet. Which I'll explain when we get to Miramasa. So the sumo wrestler, there's a power up in the game that basically will teleport you to the end of the stage. Now, it sounds great, and it is great. It's the fastest way through a stage. But in this stage here, if you get caught by a sumo wrestler, it cancels out the power up. Fun fact, happened to me on a PB pace run. Alright, so we have Neo here. Neo has two phases, body and head, both incredibly easy fights. And once this body, there we go. We're gonna go under the head and just mash. There's gonna be a lot of flashing happening right now. Right. And that's Neo. So now we face off against Miramasa. So Miramasa stage here, we're gonna start over a pit. So we're gonna have to buffer the jump button here, so we don't fall into the pit. By the way, the Japanese version does that too, and if you miss, so in the Western version of the game, if you fall into a pit, you don't immediately game over, which is great. But in the Japanese version, you do. So there's reasons we play the Western versions for marathons. But anyway, Miramasa. So that's our second time we'll see the doppelganger, and the last time we'll see the doppelganger as well. Stay away from me. So Miramasa, this get out of here, doppelganger. Yeah, heck yourself. In the Western version, you always get to see the boss. In the Japanese version, Miramasa has two phases to him. Phase one is what we see right here, where we're just gonna have to stand here and just fight Miramasa. In the phase two of the Japanese version, Miramasa goes completely undetectable, and you have no idea. You just stand still? You have no idea where Miramasa's at, so you have to guess based off of when he throws his sword where they are. Which makes this fight incredibly difficult in the Japanese version. And time. That's Maru's mission. So Mirror Moss is gonna be like, oh, you beat me. Send proof that you beat me to this address. And it's gonna give you the address to a Jalico headquarters. And fun fact, that Northbrook, Illinois address now, last time I checked, was a plastic shop, or like a plastics like recycling shop now. So the cool thing about this screen as well too, so like we're gonna hang out with this turtle, but if you hang out on this screen long enough, it turns to night. It goes from day to night because you're on there for so long. But we're not gonna see that because we have Speed Power Gun Bike after this by 3-2 that we need to go watch and hang out with, and we have plenty more marathon after that. So if you want to see nighttime tomorrow after Retrothon is over, go to YouTube Maru's mission for the Game Boy. So yeah, anyway, y'all, that's it for me this marathon. Thank you all for having me. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed the Shack. Hope you enjoyed the Marus, the Gatsbys, and everything else that Retrothon's had to offer. It's been an amazing Retrothon this year. So stay tuned. We got more coming up rest of the night, honestly.